Crafters, it's me, Jen Evers with Koala T Crafts, and welcome to a Free Play Friday. So if you're new to this channel and you're like, oh, you just jumped on here, I might be mentioning some things that you are not quite sure what I'm talking about, but join us at Koala T Crafts on Facebook and you'll get caught up really quickly. So not only do I do the Free Play Fridays where I share techniques with you and different ideas, but I also do a card 1 in 10 by Jen from Mailbox to Masterpiece every Wednesday. So Wednesdays and Fridays, 5 p.m. Central Standard right here. Love to see you. Click the subscribe if you're not subscribed and you enjoy this content. I also have in my playlists that you can see when you go to my channel that I've done those cards in just 5 minutes too if you want to see that kind of thing. Today we're focusing on ATCs, Artist Trading Cards. Now I've already recorded this for like an hour straight and it didn't record. So if I'm paraphrasing or I'm not giving you a plethora of information, that's probably why. I leave out on the plane tomorrow. We're going on a trip, vacation, Penny and I, to Washington to pick up my dog Coda and to also see her massive craft building. She's got her own craft room in a building they built, her and her brother. So it's going to be super exciting. We will be sharing a lot of information. We will be a part of some of the live streams as well. So the live streams are every Tuesday, Thursday, and every other Saturday when there's not a sale. So look in the group to make sure that you don't miss out on the things that we are going to share while we're traveling. So back to ATCs, Artist Trading Cards. They were actually originated for trading your art with other artists. So it's 2.5 by 3.5. You decorate the front of it. On the back of it, you can buy or print or create your own little card that goes on the back. Maybe a title, maybe who you're made it for, who made it, the date, and then a number if you make several. So if you make like a running total of 10, you can put number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You get the idea. So these are really fun. You can find them all over by doing a Google search. You can create your own, and they're the exact same size, obviously, 2.5 by 3.5 inches. The best thing you can do to start off making your ATCs is to make sure that you're using something solid. Do not use printer paper. Do not use a floppy vellum. Make sure that you stack things together. The best thing is chipboard. Now, I don't have a lot of chipboard, but you can get this chipboard at the grocery store. So I'm going to start out by showing you, and I've already done 3. These are the ones I created while I was doing the video the first time. So you can see just how artful you can get. You can build layers onto these. You can make them just layer upon layer upon, you know, like sprays, and then tissue paper, and then crayons, and resists, and all kinds of stuff. So don't let these dissuade you from making things a lot more complicated. People always want to know, wow, how did you do that? So make them really gorgeous. Use your own style. I don't have chipboard. Look in your grocery cupboards. Grab something like that. 120-pound cardstock works great. Watercolor paper is usually a pretty solid base as well. So try to use that. And if you only have thin cardstock, then I would recommend doubling them up. And that's what I'm going to do with this one today. Now, probably I'm not going to go through making a whole ton of them, but I'm going to give you some ideas right now what you can use with them. Number 1, a lot of ephemera that you get from Tim Holtz and other famous stores definitely make really cool small art panels. Anything that you have that's already pre-made makes them a lot quicker. I got these 2 guys from some cutouts that I did. So do I even have? Nope, I did the only koala one that I did, but I've got bunnies and other animals. I'm sure you have that kind of thing too. Anything that's like cutout, these kind, you know, white or color, doesn't matter. Get into your stock of pre-cut things. This one was from my last Friday video where I showed you how to use teeny tiny cutouts. Use trims. You can use trims and sequins and stuff like that. And then my favorite, ultra favorite, is to use, I'm just double checking that we're live, because I would hate to have to do this again. I have a lot of cutouts, die cuts and things. I have a lot of backgrounds. I just love making backgrounds, so I've got tons of those. So you don't like not look at something in your craft space until you get it together and like kind of look it around, move it around. Okay, what I want to say is look around your craft space, find the things that you think will work, gather them up, and then go for it. If you've not heard of inchies before, it's a 1 inch by 1 inch little piece of art. I will be happy to do a video on that if you're interested in it. I have a whole bucket just for inchies. Same thing for these. You might want to just make yourself a box or a stash that is stuff that will work specifically for ATCs. So when you get in the mood, you can grab them and go. Kind of like I have all this stuff. These, and I made feathers, and I have all kinds of stuff all pre-made, so I don't have to pre-make everything to put my cards together. So again, these are the 3 that I made. It's the 2 koala ones and then the artsy one. So you could put a gem in there. I didn't want to get out my paints, so I used a gel pen to just put in all the cute little white dots. So on this one, I think I'm just going to make one because I'm getting really tired. I wish I could have made more with you guys. I messed it up by forgetting to I pressed the wrong button. Instead of record, I pressed live. So I'm going to, first off, go ahead and glue this to the back side of my cracker box so that I have that little background saying. And you don't have to have these. You can just write your name on the back if you want. But since I have one, I'm going to go ahead and put it on here so you can see what it's like. It's a little bit too long. Actually, not quite long enough. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut that paper down. Now I think that that little tiny strip on the bottom will be just fine. I don't want to cut it off. It's just going to make the card a little bit smaller and off size, so I don't want to do that. But I want to use the ephemera on this one. So I think what I'll do is just put a white on the top. I want a white instead of a brown background. Actually, I'm going to take off 1/4 of an inch and make a border. You'll see what I mean in just a second. I think this might actually work out pretty well. So if I put that down, I'm going to have a nice brown border. You could definitely use your ideas that you use with cards. You know, think outside the box. Do what seems like it would be fun for you. There's no right or wrong way, really, to make an ATC, unless you're trading with someone who specifically needs it to be super flat because they're saving them in a baseball card, like container or album. So you want to probably tend to stay relatively flat and don't have things hanging over the side. If you're making it to trade with a friend and they don't mind that, you can just go whole hog and just do whatever you want. Put your pieces outside like this one. See how it's hanging off there? My camera's freaking out. See how it's hanging off just a little bit? Like, totally go that direction if you can. It just makes it look really cool. I'm just going to dig out some of the things that I have in here and see what I think goes well. I love the mushrooms. The mushrooms are so cool. And then maybe something like that going up the side. Now you could pop these up if you want. I could go in here and do like an action. Oh, sneaky camera. There we go. So I could do stuff in the background. I would probably, if I had more time, get out everything. By the way, I'm leaving tomorrow morning on the flight to go get Coda and all that stuff. Can't remember if I mentioned that. If you don't know who Coda is, join us right away, right now. Go to Facebook and look for Koala T Crafts. Get yourself signed in there, because that is where we share all of our information. So if you want to see pictures of my dog Coda, who I'm going to Washington to pick up, and then my friend Wanda Bailey, so we can see her house and her craft room and all kinds of fun stuff, you want to be connected so that you can see that stuff. So I think I'm going to put this little post-it note behind there, or a little, I think it's a stamp, posty stamp, and some flowers up the side. And then, like I said, you could put down your pattern paper, whatever you want to put on there. It makes no difference. Only to you. Only so that you can get what you want. And wouldn't that look cool on there, too? That would look so cool. Yeah. I'm actually just going to rip this down so that it sort of fits on there. And then put that. That looks kind of cool. I might actually do the edging. I'm not sure yet. I see a butterfly that I want. Oh, there's a couple butterflies. Let me just pull these out. So if you're not a fussy cutter and you don't like to create a lot of things, but you still want to get in on and do something like this, then ephemera is the perfect way to go. So here's a butterfly, and that kind of goes with it. I'm going to pretend that the person that I'm giving this to doesn't mind if I pop things up. I'm going to make it really just fun and creative. So I'm going to put this in the background. I'm going to pop that one up. And maybe one more in the middle so it doesn't get squished too badly. So this one I want it to be popped up in the foreground. I may do that with the butterfly as well. Let's just check it out first. Also, I did leave a pre-recorded video for Wednesday, so if you're seeing this one, you should have already seen Wednesday's as well. I hope you enjoy that one too. That turned out really cool. Alright, this guy's going down flat, so he looks like he's behind that mushroom. And then the butterfly up top. Yeah, and actually I think I can get away with putting him flat as well. That is cool. And there's a little black in the butterfly, so I want to bring that out a little bit. I'm just going to go around here a little bit with black. Be careful when you do this, because if you leave one mark of that black, it's going to make you upset. Because black is, in my opinion, the hardest color to cover up with other stuff. And I don't know if I'm going to get to this corner. Maybe. I did. It was up high enough that I could do that all the way around. So now if you look, you can see that black kind of just pops out his wings. I might even be able to do a little bit more black. But I think that looks pretty cool. I'm going to do a little bit of clear, clear, I don't know what you call this. I'm going to put some on the back of this one too if I ever use that later. I just want to see how fast it's coming out, because I don't want this to go crazy. Oh, somehow I got some blue in there. So there's a little blue at the top. I bet you could put a little bit of ink on there. I'm doing this shiny stuff just on that white background because it looks odd that I didn't do anything with it. Don't squeeze this. If you get one of these, they're amazing, but don't squeeze them so hard that they start dousing out, because if they do, you won't get an even look, and I think that you'll be bummed. but sometimes I actually squeeze this out onto the mat and then just dip it in. But isn't that cool? I had a little bit of blue on there from going over this. And so look what I got near the butterfly. It's blue there on the edge. Do you see it? Right here? I mean, how fun is that? I could go back onto this because it's got a little bit of blue on there. Pick up that blue and add the blue in here. Oh, that's fun! That's really cool. I'm going to put a little bit up here too. Okay, that one didn't come out as blue. I don't know why. I got some on this side too. There we go. Okay. So that is a very unique one. We've got some shimmer in there. But fun stuff. And then these extra things that you didn't use, pop them back into your bag so you have them for next time. Don't be afraid to use all kinds of stuff from your craft room, especially if you don't have to stay in the parameter and you can go higher and make layers. Like start out with a spray and then add some crumpled printer paper or vellum or something. And then add some crayon, Tim Holtz crayons and all kinds of other things. And you can keep layering it up like that. And every time you add another layer, you get another look. If people want to know how you make them, they'll look at them and go, wow, that's so cool. How'd you make that? Do layers. That's how they become really, really neat. So now I have my little ATG thing on this side. And I think I already talked about the back. I'm hoping that I covered everything. Now, I can't cover explicitly everything that you can do with this. My goal, my point in being here live and pre-recorded is to get you motivated, get you excited about something, show you a technique, even if you've seen it before, show you how to do these. A lot of you guys probably already know what an ATC is, but maybe you saw something I did today and went, oh, I have that stuff. Or, oh, that made me think that I have this thing over here in my stash that would look so cool on there. Then take it and run. Do really fun things. I am going to take this one that I randomly drew on. This one has a little bend in it. You can see it in the light. So because of the bend, where's my glue? I'm going to add a layer to this one. Not only will it make this thicker and more sturdy, but it will also give me a little bit of a background to start playing with, and I'm going to use my feathers on this one. Looks like it came pretty darn close on size on both of these, so that's cool. You can put, what do you call it? Well, this is like a trim, but all kinds of different trims. You can use ribbon and strings and yarn, and there's like that, what is that, eyelash stuff? Anyway, if you could find some of that stuff in your stash, that is also really amazing. These go down well with glue dots in my opinion, so I'm going to use a glue dot to hold this down on each side. Sometimes it's tricky, but I've got one on each side. I think that'll probably do it. If, like, I can feel that through there, get out your little buddy. I made mine. Tap on a little bit of that. Mine is baby powder, so if you're against using baby powder, please use cornstarch or something like that. And now it's not sticky. So if you ever have little sticky areas on when you're creating, just use a little bit of that. It won't show up. And then I think with this one I want to put on a couple of feathers. I still left an open part because I didn't glue down that last middle. So we've got that beautiful light blue in the back. I think that's enough. I'm just going to do two. It's Since we know where it's going to go, we're just going to put a little bit of glue on the back here. You could also use your sticky specs. I think I forgot to show that in this video, so let me just pull it out for this one. This is sticky specs. Now we are out of it currently because on Saturday everyone went nuts over it. We sold everyone we had. So if you would like to get some of this, we'll have another order coming in shortly. So you have this piece that's just like I'm just going to rip this off of here. You have this advertising piece on here. You don't need to keep that. That way you can tell that you're lifting this plastic part up. And I've used this corner at least 5 or 6 times already. But I'm going to use it again. So this works over and over and over again until it stops working. Plus you get 4 pieces in your pack. So you're going to just set it down, give it a little push. Not very hard, because if you've got something really delicate, it won't come off of here. But that one looks pretty darn good. Yeah. Now this part right here is still sticky. I can still use it over and over again. But I'm going to use this one to go in here. And then I'm going to push it down to make sure that sticks. That's pretty. What else do we want to put on there? I don't think I need anything really on there. That's a very simple, pretty one. Okay, here's another one that I did. This one's on the back of the cracker one, and I believe I've already shown that one. And then I did 2 with koala bears. So this one has a die cut in the background, and then these all 3 of these pieces you have to make by hand from a set that I had. You have to stamp them like 3 different times to get all your colors, and then you have to put the baby on the mama with the green thing. It was really fun. Here's another one, a little koala with a wooden back. Actually, this is Tim Holtz wood grain paper. So if you like the look of that, you can buy that and color it. I just colored it by adding some inks right on the top of it, and then I penciled in his color gray and added a couple colors of marker and colored pencil. That turned out really cool. I don't think I put one of those other things here like this on the back because these are not printed to size, but I did want to show you that that can work. So this one was the one that we did with that on the back. So make these, Google and find them, have a friend make them for you. There's free ones on the internet that you can just get. Print them on your own. And I know that I'm only at about 23 minutes, but I've already done this once, and I feel like I've covered everything that I did the first time. I was just a little quicker about it because, you know, once you go through a script, it just gets easier and easier. So I'm going to keep these together. And you might want to do the same, you might not. But if you aren't already using these for certain things, put them together. I'm going to make myself a pile here. And I'm going to keep this in a box or a space that I know I can use these again and make more ATCs. Like I said earlier, if you know what inchies are, 1 inch by 1 inch little artsy pieces that you can create, then you know that you can come here and get more stuff. Now embellishments and sequins and all that stuff, you can make these into tiny shakers. I mean, the sky is the limit. So go crazy, create some. I'm gonna give you a challenge. Since we are out of town for the week, Penny and I'm gonna give you a challenge to make one of these. All of the ones that you make, you need to post them on our wall. I'm not gonna specifically say where. I'm not gonna make unless somebody wants to do that for me. I'm pretty tired. I'm going to bed as soon as I get done with this. And did I mention, I just want to, maybe I'll mention it again. Our community is drama free and commitment free. So when you come in, we don't expect anything from you. If you just want to come in and check us out, we're friendly, but you are not required to do a darn thing in this group unless you want to. No one's going to get kicked out for not participating in something. And we're drama free. If I catch anything coming up remotely close to drama, I'm on top of it, and you and the other drama person will both be deleted instantly, and hopefully no one will even have seen it or heard about it. You'll just disappear. Poof. Because everyone always says they want to be no drama, but then they create drama. So it's my personal goal to make this the best darn place to be. And including that are Zoom crops. Every Tuesday, Thursday, and every other Saturday that there's not a sale at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time until, if I put in a time, maybe 1 to 5. If I don't put in a time and I put question marks, we might go until 10 p.m. So if you work during the day and you're upset that I started at 1, sometimes we go all evening. So everyone should be able to jump in and enjoy those a time or two, or every other Saturday. And if you haven't seen the sales, those are super fun. So check one out on my channel, and if you like it, join us at the next one, which will be on the 25th. So we'll see you on the 25th for the next one. Love the community, have been in it. You want to support us, you want us to keep going, keep growing. Give us your best gift at patreon.com/Koala T Crafts, and we will put you in the group where you get perks and other things. And yeah, that's how you do that. Patreon.com. All the links and stuff will be in the description box below in case you're like, how do you get to that Facebook group? How do I find Patreon? All linked down below, so you should be able to find those. If not, you can feel free to just contact Penny or I on Facebook in an IM. That's the quickest way you're going to get a response, but you're also welcome to do emails as well. So here is my little spot where I'm going to keep my stuff for doing my ATCs. And if you want to see those inchies and you want me to do a video on that, let me know. So take some of these ideas, create your own ATCs, put them in the group. I am going to send out a prize. I'm going to do a mystery bag prize for somebody who enters this. So now that you have extra time, since I only went a half an hour today, you've got an extra half an hour to start getting your ideas together and a whole week to finish them. And I cannot wait to see you guys next video.